Okay, here are the supplies that we have. Here is this dialysis tubing that I was explaining to you earlier. It is a little baggy. It actually is hollow. It's been sitting in this water for a little bit. And I'm going to open up this little baggie, and I'm going to be able to fill it with some of the copper sulfate. And I'm going to be putting in my copper strip. Here is going to be the container that is going to be having the sodium sulfate. This is going to be just sitting in the middle. And then on one side I'm going to be having not my zinc strip, but it's going to be my magnesium strip, which is going to be the source of the electrons. Once we get our battery set up, I'm going to try to see if it can power an LED light, maybe even a larger incandescent light bulb, and then we'll see if it runs the motor. Sometimes you need a little bit more power. You need multiple of these voltaic cells or multiple batteries that students to create in order to get the light to glow or the motor to glow. But hopefully you'll be able to get one of these working. So here is the dialysis tubing. I need to run some water through it to try to get it open. Okay, so now I have it opened, and some of the water is now flowing through. I need to tie one end in a knot so that the liquid is not going to escape. We don't want the liquid to be escaping during the duration of this experiment. So I got that end done. This is going to have to fit inside this, so I don't want to fill the dialysis baggie up too much. So I have my funnel. My funnel now is going to go inside the baggie portion that I've just created. And now we have our copper sulfate. And then I'm going to, here's my copper strip. I'm going to put the copper strip inside the baggie without trying to poke it. Dialysis tubing can sometimes be very, very sensitive. So I'm going to lower this into our voltaic cell. I need to make sure that it's going to be contacting the copper sulfate. So I'll check on that in a little bit. So I'm also going to be filling in the sodium sulfate. This is going to be the left-hand side of our voltaic cell. So I'll try to keep it as we have drawn it and try to keep it as we've done in lecture. Actually, you might need a little bit more of the copper sulfate in here. Let me go ahead and add a little bit more. The more that the copper contacts the copper sulfate, the stronger the reaction will be. If you only have small portions of your materials that are contacting, you're not going to have such a strong reaction. So we have that sitting there. This is on the right-hand side. Okay, this is going to be not my zinc, but my magnesium, and this is going to be then on the left-hand side. And I'm going to be putting that in like this. So let me go ahead and try to get a little closer for you to see this. So I have one of my metal electrodes, which is the magnesium, sitting on the left-hand side. This is going to be losing the electrons to the clear liquid fluid that you see. I think we need a little bit more fluid as well. Try to get some more of that sodium sulfate in here. Again, the more that's contacting, the better the reaction is going to be. So I have my magnesium to give up the electrons to the clear fluid, and then I have my copper strip on the other end, which is sitting inside of the container, and it's sitting inside of the copper sulfate. It is now ready to transmit electricity. So I'm going to connect an alligator clip to the left-hand side over here, an alligator clip to the right-hand side over here. I'm going to turn the lights off so we can try to see if this LED is going to be glowing for us. So I'm going to pause it right now because this is our setup.